Hello. For those of you that have not watched the first two videos of this video series, my name is Patrick Baranowski. I'm a longtime certified divorce financial analyst and the founder of Baran Analytics. I welcome you to my video series that explains the characteristics, issues, and remedies for high asset, high net worth divorces. Divorce financial analysts compose a specially trained and certified subset of the financial analyst industry, and I've been helping clients achieve prevailing results in high asset, high net worth divorce cases for over a decade. So I want to present you my unique and informed perspective. If you're interested to understand other important topics of divorce, I encourage you to check out my website blog, my live meetups, and my other YouTube videos. You also can contact me directly. As I emphasized in my first two videos of this series, achieving a prevailing divorce settlement may be sophisticated, but it need not be difficult. This video continues the theme of your divorce's complexity and challenges being overcome by your improved education and your embrace of diverse expertise that includes both specialized legal and financial expertise. My high asset, high net worth video series includes 3 videos to canvass the important topics that you need to educate yourself. We already discussed the distinguishing characteristics and main issues of high asset, high net worth divorces. This last video offers you potential remedies to the issues and challenges we discussed in the prior video. With such sophisticated challenges and with so much at stake, let's look at potential remedies one at a time. First, I always recommend that clients retain me and their attorney as early as they can. Even if little activity is occurring, you will benefit from early advice and will appreciate having expertise at your disposal. There are many precautions and actions you can avoid or perform to greatly improve the outcome of your case. For example, you can improve your access to information that you otherwise would never receive. You can increase your corpus of separate equity, and you can build a stronger case for or against alimony and equity. If you are interested, I can advise you on how best to find and vet attorneys that will be most effective for your case. You undoubtedly are very busy, and retaining your team early will help you avoid wasting your time performing needless activities or activities that your team can perform much more effectively than yourself. Educating yourself is important. One of the key roles a person plays in their own divorce is to manage their divorce team. For this, you need to understand the rationale for what assertions your team is or should be pursuing and why. You need to understand what is being done and what decisions need to be made at each phase of the divorcing process. You should insist upon your authority to make final decisions. You need to understand how each decision could affect your legal expenses and the outcome of your settlement. This could be overwhelming, and I understand that. My collaborative approach keeps you informed and helps guide you through what decisions you need to make. And my presence tends to make attorneys more transparent and collaborative. I frequently hear stories of attorneys taking unilateral actions that upset the client when disclosed. That's far less likely to occur when I'm part of your team. The third remedy: keep your finances in check. You should organize and monitor your financial accounts regularly. You also should strategically manage your financial activity. You will need to produce a lot of documentation, and sometimes will have little time to do so. You also need to be careful of happenings that could harm your credit rating. For example, an invoice in your name could get sent to your spouse's home or get lost by your spouse. Every financial transaction either spouse makes will be under a microscope, so be knowledgeable of financial and legal implications of your actions by discussing your intended behaviors with both your attorney and your divorce financial analyst. I typically walk new clients through a checklist of considerations and actions. For example, one of the first discussions I normally have with a new client is how to re-strategize what banking and credit card accounts they need and how to use them. I helped one client build up nearly $1 million of separate savings over the course of their separation. And that windfall only cost my client less than a half an hour of my advisory time. Regarding the fourth remedy listed, hopefully today's discussion is convincing you of how important diversity is to your legal team. Every issue, every challenge, and every remedy is affected by how well you employ a diverse team that especially includes legal and financial expertise. Do not rely on attorneys and paralegals to act as your financial expert and your data analyst. Make sure your team operates collaboratively and make sure that your team sanity checks their products with each other. They should share burden when your case faces crunch time, and they can discover or defend issues that would not be possible without their collective ingenuity. When you are screening attorneys and financial analysts, ask them to explain how often they have worked in a diverse team, and ask them to explain when they have done so and how they have done so. Ask them to cite results that their collaboration has had for clients. I have a set of screening questions for attorneys that I readily share with clients. For the fifth remedy listed, make sure your experts really are experts in high asset, high net worth divorces. Ask them to discuss their experience, approaches, and successes with such clients. Retain an attorney that understands the issues that are most pressing in your case. Make sure the attorney has a track record of succeeding with these types of cases. Likewise, for your divorce financial analyst. Most of my clients involve wealthy households, and I have a long track record of my analysis, my evidence, my advice, and my testimony driving successful outcomes specifically for these types of cases. High asset and high net worth clients have far greater needs from a financial expert, so that expert should, but often does not, offer a bevy of necessary underlying skills, including financial expertise, cost analysis and modeling expertise, AI and advanced analytics expertise, management consulting expertise, negotiations expertise, and public speaking expertise. A key reason why my clients prevail more than their spouses is because I do offer these rare combination of all these attributes, and the spouses team rarely can match this combination. I talk in detail about the application of these types of expertise in my Divorce 101 Meetup webinar. I also sprinkle some vignettes of my experiences in my divorce process video. Feel free to check them out. The sixth remedy is closely related to the fifth remedy. With so much data involved and with data being supplemented repeatedly through the divorce, most legal teams spend over 80% of their pre-trial time and your money just managing data. Technology manages data better and faster than humans. That's why I use advanced data analytics tools and AI software to perform my data conversions from thousands of pages of sometimes haphazard and redundant financial statements into a single organized database. That's why I let technology tell me in seconds whether any financial statements are missing. That's why I let technology tell me the purpose of every one of my many thousands of financial transactions contained in these statements. That's why I let technology scour years of your spouse's financial transactions to find hidden accounts or cash. Then I let technology automate the creation of exhibits that are common to many cases. When a new supplement of financial data is produced by you or your spouse, I need not manually reorganize and recreate my analysis, as attorneys typically have to do. Rather, I let my technology automatically do this for me. And when any of us supporting your case has an idea or a question, no one will have to sort through the thousands of pages of statements because technology will filter and sort my database in minutes. For example, if your attorney needs to know how much you spent on child soccer expenses over the last 3 years, you or your attorney will have to spend countless hours searching through years of credit card and bank statements and still potentially miss sizable transactions, thereby harming your settlement. However, I can produce the answer for you and your attorney in minutes. Attorneys may need dozens of these types of searches throughout your case. I have several important points to make about mediation. If one or both spouses struggle to negotiate a settlement, the case will go to trial. However, mediation offers an opportunity to speed your settlement, reduce your legal expenses, and maintain a lower public profile compared to trial. In trial, you and your spouse will lose control of judgments, and a judge cannot be counted on to ideally divide assets in ways that are most palatable to both spouses. I've seen judges do the opposite. Trials are a matter of public record, so your dirty laundry can be discovered and shared with the public and become a nuisance to your employer. In contrast, mediations are private events, and you can continue to investigate and negotiate issues until you and your spouse both find win-win combinations. Think about how clean and private the Bezos divorce was compared to the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard trial. And the difference was that only the Depp and Heard case proceeded to trial. Another issue that mediation helps limit is relitigation. Mitigation finds win-win settlements, while a judge may unknowingly create a lose-lose judgment. A spouse is more likely to relitigate what they consider to be a losing judgment, so 50% more trial settlements result in relitigation than mediation settlements. One of the biggest challenges to mediation is the overwhelming facets of a prospective settlement. Mediations need to consider every asset, every debt, every payout, and every support payment. Many mediations run out of time because assembling or reviewing proposals takes so long. I resolved this because my digitized financial affidavits and dashboards convert paper and pencil exercises that traditionally took hours into digital updates that take minutes. Pencil errors are avoided and mediations streamline to quick resolution. Regarding the last remedy, 3 financial arguments commonly dominate high asset and high net worth divorces. They are the value of separate property, the consideration for equity when dividing property, and whether, how much, for how long alimony should be paid. Let's first consider separate property. To trace separate property, I retain a library of tracing techniques, and I have pre-developed accounting models so I can find the best tracing techniques for my clients. My models include some clever techniques that allow me to automatically retrace assets based on any combination of assumptions that I configure and that your attorney can select. This flexibility is not common for attorneys, but by doing so, I've gained clients hundreds of thousands of dollars of additional distributions for their settlements. Now let's consider equity. The definition of equity can be opaque, and judges commonly expect legal teams to present their own interpretations in trial. A proposal needs to appear both fair to both spouses. With my centralized and digitized database, we can easily find ways to divide the estate to maximize your priorities while also identifying virtues that justify the equity of your proposal. Metrics I commonly use in my negotiations dashboard include cash flow, retirement, home equity, total value, after-tax value, and tax burdens. I also identify and add extenuating circumstances such as refinancing mortgages to a higher interest rate. Finally, let's consider alimony strategies. Alimony is not just a yes-no question. It also is a how much and for how long question. I maintain a rich library of case history and have refined strategies to answer all of these questions. Using actual financial data collected from you and your spouse, I can offer objective, comprehensive, and credible estimations of how different alimony proposals affect the standard of living for both spouses and paint a strong picture of equity. That concludes my video discussing remedies for high asset, high net worth divorces. I encourage you to view the first two videos in this series to gain a more comprehensive understanding. Remember, achieving a prevailing divorce settlement may be sophisticated, but it need not be difficult. That is especially true when you have a certified divorce financial expert that can appreciate the daunting situation you are facing and cares to understand you and help you understand his advice. It's all about you. Please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking the subscribe button below. If you gained any valuable knowledge from this video, please click like. If you are interested to discuss further, please contact me directly. My contact information is available on my Contact Us page of my website, baronanalytics.com. The URL is shown at the bottom right of this slide. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you, and I wish you well.